Welcome back to Curious University. My name is Miss Tracy.
And I'm Miss Katie Jane.
I'm wondering, who likes owls? Is it curious you? If so, you're going to get a real hoot out of these owl facts.
Owls are nocturnal, which means they are active at night. They have huge eyes to let in as much light as possible. They also have excellent hearing. Owls are birds of prey. They use these heightened senses to hunt for the animals they eat.
That's a fact.
Owls have binocular vision. This keeps them from seeing well from side to side. Instead, they are able to twist their heads around 270 degrees.
That's fact.
An owl has fringe on the tips of its flight feathers to muffle the sound of its flapping wings so that its prey won't hear it coming.
Now that is a fact.
An owl's diet consists of small rodents, birds, and bugs. Owls can't digest bones, fur, feathers, and insect shells, so these extra parts form tight pellets inside the owl that are later spit up. Pellets are usually about as big as an adult thumb and are often dissected by students and scientists to help them learn exactly what owls eat and what kinds of small animals and bugs live in a particular area.
That's a fact.
There are 216 species of owls. 198 belong to the Strategidae family, typical owls, and 18 belong to the Titanidae family, barn owls. Only 19 owl species are found in the United States.
That's a fact.
The elf owl is the smallest species of owl in the world. Standing less than 6 inches tall, feathered in gray with big yellow eyes, the elf owl weighs less than 1.5 ounces, a bit less than a golf ball.
That's a fact.
Who's ready for a story? Yeah, me too. This week's featured story is based on the book Two Tall Houses by Gianna Marino, about an owl and a rabbit who are very good neighbors until the day they aren't. Let's find out what happens. Rabbit and Owl lived in 2 small houses on top of a hill. Rabbit liked to grow vegetables in the sun, and Owl enjoyed the view of the forest. In the evening, they played under the twilight sky. They were good neighbors and good friends until one day.
Rabbit, your garden is growing too tall. I can't see the forest.
But what can I do? I have to grow my food.
So Owl began to build his house taller. Rabbit watched and chittered his teeth.
Owl, look what you did! Your house is blocking the sun from reaching my garden.
But I have to see the forest.
So Rabbit built his house taller too, and planted some of his vegetables on the roof, and used his watering can to pour water on Owl's head. This made Owl angry, so Owl built his house even taller.
I want to be the tallest.
What? You are so far below me that I can't hear you.
It didn't matter. Rabbit wasn't listening anyway. He was way too busy building his house taller and taller and taller.
Who do you think you are?
So Owl built his house taller. And so did Rabbit. And soon they had the 2 tallest houses in the world.
Owl, I can't carry water up from my rooftop garden anymore.
And I can't see the forest.
And it's so windy this high up.
And the wind is so loud, it's roaring. Hold on, Rabbit.
I'm holding on. All I have left is this pile of...
Nothing but a bunch of broken...
Alone, they had nothing. But together, they had all they needed to build one small house for two friends.
Today's hands-on science activity is all about an owl's eyesight. Did you guys know that an owl doesn't actually have eyeballs? That's right. An owl's eyes aren't shaped like a ball, like ours. An owl's eyes are shaped more like a tube. And do you know what? If an owl wants to see something to his left or to his right, he can't just move his eyes like we can. The owl has to move his entire neck like this. But luckily for owls, they can move their necks 270 degrees. That's almost a complete circle. Wow. Now, an owl's vision is referred to as binocular vision, and Miss Katie Jane is going to explain more about that in our hands-on activity.
Hey guys, it's me, Miss Katie Jane. And I'm using my Owl Viewer. We're going to show you how to make one of these so that you can see what it's like to see just like an owl. So you're going to need a few things. I like to print out an owl mask that you can find on the internet very easily. That way it's all in one piece and you just cut out the little eye holes. But you can also use a paper plate to make your owl mask, or just a plain piece of paper where you draw an owl. There's no right or wrong way to make the owl face, but you will need an owl face. You will also need 2 toilet paper tubes, a pair of scissors, and of course, some tape. Now I'm using red colored masking tape because that was the first thing I could lay my hands on, but really any kind of tape will work. So the first thing you're going to want to do once you have your owl face is you're going to want to take your toilet paper tubes and you want to cut some slits in the bottom. Just a little bitty slit on the bottom and then on the opposite side of the same bottom. Whoop. And then another one, just a little over, and then on the opposite side. Whoop. So that you can fold those pieces so that they will be flat against the mask. You see how that works? So, can I do it to just one of them? No, I've got to do it to 2, so let's do it again. Snip, 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 snip. And again, you're going to want to fold it down. Now, will you maybe not cut it exactly right, where they're all exactly the same length? That does happen. That happened to me just now, but it's not a problem. You can easily fix it. And then you're going to take your mask, lay it face down on the table in front of you, take the 2 paper towel tubes where you've cut the bottoms and push those so that they are covering the eye holes. So it's like you can see down in there and see the eye holes you cut. And then how am I going to make them stick to the owl mask? That's right, that's what I need, my handy dandy tape. So, are you going to need like a big long crazy piece? No, you need lots of small pieces. That's why I like to use masking tape, because masking tape, it's easy for me to rip off little pieces of tape to tape down each of the parts of the toilet paper tube. Now at that part in the center between the 2 eyes, you may have to overlap one paper towel tube tab with the other paper towel tube tab if those eye holes are close together. That's what I'm having to do. So I lined them up, and now I need how many more pieces of tape? That's right, I need 4. 1, whoop, 2. Whoa, that one ripped off really fast. 3, and one more. Come on, tape. Uh-oh, the tape is starting to be cranky. That's okay, tape. We all have our bad days. All right, here we go. Now, this does not look beautiful on this side, does it? But it doesn't matter what it looks like on this side, because this side is not what we're using. We're not looking at that. We are going to have it so that the toilet paper tubes are right by our eyes, and our hands are going to be cupped right next to them as we put them up. And when we do that, can you see anything on each side of your face? I can't see what's happening over here or what's over here. I can only see Miss Tracy filming me. So if I want to see what's happening over this way, instead of turning my neck a whole lot, because humans can't turn their necks as much as an owl, do you see how I'm rotating at the waist? Owls can also do a lot of head tilting this way, but this is really what they have to do the most to see their environment. All right, now remember, if you need extra help with this, you want to do more than just watch the video, if you look on the library's blog for this week's Who Likes Owls story screen time, it will have a link to how to make this viewer at home. Some people like to read things from websites and pieces of paper instead of just watching videos. And if that's how you like to learn, we made it so you can learn that way too. It was this guy's idea, because you've heard owls are wise, right? Who first said that, I wonder? I'm curious. I guess I'll have to look that up before the next Curious You. And I bet you're curious what next week is about. It's something just a little spooky. I can't wait. I like for things to be just a little spooky, not too much. Until next week, stay curious. Bye-bye.
This story time is brought to you by the Hoover Public Library.